Alright, welcome on back everyone to Total Warhammer 3 in part 17 of our Changeling Immortal Empires campaign. In today's episode we are here to throw hands with whatever's hiding behind this horrible looking helmet. It's even got a dent in it, so he is super wounded behind this helmet. So we've got Mercy and his poor concussed self versus the Changeling, and there are so many Norskins and other... Somehow we've got some Khornate boys here following our Slaaneshi Decadent host around, which, good on you for breaking corn. Tzeentch, though, shall be superior. So they've only got 20 winds of magic, so no matter what kind of spellcasters they do have, they only got a few different sparkly bits to chuck at us before they are all spent. Whereas we shall be invisible and engaging at our own will the entire time. This should be so much fun. Alright. Good news is, it looks like we do have some terrain back over here we can use to break up any approaching battle lines. We can also kind of set up in the woods over here, but that we wouldn't be able to see most of the fighting. Those 4 units of Warhounds, they're going to rush in, meet my Zangors, and likely run away. So yeah, we'll set up on either side of this little rock formation here. So let's do the Seveld Claw right out front. We'll have Zangors over here. The Exalted Flamers probably on both sides to get like a nice little crisscross of fire. Then we can have the other Zangor unit deploy in this set of woods. You don't necessarily need to hide in the woods because of how they are already invisible, but it does my heart good. Take cores, recharge magic, and chuck flame towards our foes. They are going to be a bit exposed here in the woods. Luckily they can throw hands pretty well. We have taught them all Yogo Jujitsu, which is... You don't want to see it. I promise, it's dangerous stuff. Usually involves the Yogo being injured itself. Let's see, we've also got the Knights of Immolation, which will be over here. Pretty much, these guys can scare off any of these Warhounds without taking too much damage, so we can just land them at will. Akold, I don't think you have any kind of mount whatsoever. He can't even fly around on his sword. But this is what the Fallen Knight is going to look like. So if you are in the Warhammer world or anywhere else and you have a cult, or I guess not even a cult, a group of, a gathering of brothers that all wear blue, and it has anything to do with the eagle or a bird of any kind, run. You will turn into a grass-growing machine, apparently. Bad time for everyone. He's a Jedi Knight. He can throw that blade around and it returns to him. Got some pretty cool animations, but he is just a foot hero, so he is able to be dodged pretty easily. We, of course, are bringing Grom the Paunch, because who else to break the hordes of Slaanesh but a great big gobbo. Steam tank there. And then we can have
the
Changeling and our 2 heroes fly around and just be annoying. Akold, your job is to hold the line here. Defend the boys with your life. Let's get all the single entities. Asen and our Golden Griffin, which needs to come on back towards the lines as well. I can't micro this many mages at once, I'm going to be honest. So it's best just to keep them back so we can use them when the time arises. We have a little bit of a backup magic. Front line, which we will go ahead and throw into guard mode, so they're not charging in like fools. I guess we'll make you our missiles, and then you two can be the pseudo-cavalry. I'm sure the Doom Knights are fine with it, but they're probably not happy with being grouped up with the weird spawn. Let it begin. So we are the Changeling also with the Sword of Cain. So it's Grom the Paunch wielding the Sword of Cain. Everyone's gonna have a great time, I promise. You just go ahead and karate chop these Warhounds. You do the same with these Chariots. They shouldn't last long. And we'll just go ahead and transform you into Grom. It itches. Oh, I bet. Grom's form is probably very itchy.
Elf Bite is ready!
Elf Bite is ready!
Off to conquer!
Alright, let's get off and conquer. Grom, are you faster than normal Grom too? 109 speed, I think, is what he's normally got, but 976 weapon strength, 45 charge bonus. He's a scary, scary gobbo. Here comes all the reinforcements too. Let's go run this one here over. Should be no problem. These warhounds are terrified. Here comes Grom wielding the Sword of Cain. You missed, Grom. What was that? He's mad at the snow. Keeping up with warhounds is terrifying. Let's have you guys work together now on the chariots, because they're going to try to be disruptive. Emphasis on... Oh, is he on a disc? Come here, buddy. I have some friends that would love to meet you. We go ahead and drop the Sword of Cain in here. Run these warhounds over. Oh yes, where are you going? He's like, oh crap, they found me. Your one weakness. Knights of Tzeentch. Come here, buddy. That activates both of their colossal strikes, which we really don't necessarily need. Grom, you just keep bouncing back and forth and scaring them. Doom Knight's gonna bring you up, and I'm gonna leave my Changebringers back for now. Because otherwise we're wasting their ammo on units that don't matter. We could come up and blast away. Look at him go! We need to have a Grom campaign before too long. Which I think you guys have been asking for quite some time. Listen, I had to warm up to Grom. Granted, you all will be happy, or at least Brian will be happy. Know that Silostra is no longer my least favorite. It has been transferred over to whenever the Monkey King shows up. So that is the good news, right? They're having a really hard time taking him down. You come on back. We don't need everyone fighting the same lord there. Kind of a waste. Some metal spells. Grom, keep chasing off these warhounds. That'll bring Aeson on in to do some damage too. Let's get these enemy skirmish cav a little bit closer. We have the ones on the flanks there. And Grom does regenerate, so it doesn't matter if they catch him. Doesn't matter one bit. Alright, our Exalted Hero is having himself a lovely disc duel. Not going that fast, though. Duel better or else. Yes, we can go ahead and drop everyone's attack and stop him from moving, so fly over the top here, my friend. Yoink. You go ahead and drop down on Mercy Hackmile, finish him off real quick. Gotta love the ink fire. That's that, those hounds are gone. Get you guys back in the air so those Ornate Furies or those Ornate Forsaken don't get you. Go ahead and have you recharge up your ammo there. Grom doesn't have magic, does he? Magic charge on Kevin. More metal spells. Let's wait till the hero's in there as well and drop it on down. We have to hog down in trolls. Such is the way, I guess. Keep finishing off those skirmishers. You get these Forsaken. Actually, let's ignore the Forsaken and go after Prince Sigvald. Tell him what he's won, everyone. Alright, let's get you back up in the air if we can. And if not, you standing here with your Colossal Strike and start doing some damage. Have Grom go round. We even have the good old Sword of Cain. Steam Tank, what are you doing out here? Charge right into the melee. Let's give this hero the touch of corruption. So you can give you guys the kind of a wah as well. I thought it was just Gobos, but it is for anyone. Alright, Doom Knights, where are you guys on at? All the way across the map. They are moving in together, though. Trying their best, aren't they? Keep blasting Sigvald. Now we'll go for another final transmutation here. Let's get dueling with Sigvald. In fact, see if you can throw your Windblade at him. Oop, it isn't gonna work. Let's go for the Thorns Aura, that way he doesn't get immediately drop kicked by Sigvald. Storm of Fire in here too. Let's wait on that one. You turn and go here. Zangor's Karate Chop these Marauder Horsemen. No reason for Storm of Fire just yet. You come on back after destroying that poor lord. Hellbrass is holding the line against Sigvald. That's impressive. All of the purple shield just melting away. It's good fun for our guys, not for Tzeentch's Chosen. One over here and Karate Chop these poor fools. Let's drop one more set of speed bump blues. Go ahead and run over these Marauder Horsemen. We'll have Grom do the same. An amazing side shot there on those Chosen. Took out half the health bar in a single blast. There it is, the Dartbringer. And Hellbrass versus Sigvald went our way pretty aggressively. You go ahead and fall back a little bit and let our Flamers do the work. No reason to take that damage yourself. No good uses for Storm of Fire just yet. Changebringers, you're out of ammo, so let's go ahead and fall back. Woe will be the day whenever Tzeentch has the ability to start recharging its ammo. Come on back over here, you two. We've got a hero to take down. Too nice if you get back up in the air. They've got the Warhounds and Veritas working together, which is a very good idea. We'll just send them over here after this Hell Cannon. If you have a serious case of one at a time, might as well just drop the Storm of Fire here on top of Grom the Unstoppable. Proceed to watch. Oh yes, a portal to the Flame Realm. The four nations lived in harmony. Alright, we'll drop in some good old magic recharge on you. They can't do anything to our flyers, which is fairly oppressive here. Who knows what our steam tank's up to? It just does whatever it wants. Our Exalted Flamer is out of ammunition, so we'll bring you on over, have you keep blasting these Chaos Trolls, which are currently wavering. You jump the other group of trolls. Alright, that's another hero slash lord gone. Grom, come on back towards our line. Thought I asked you guys to go get this Hell Cannon. Instead, you're sitting there getting shot over and over again. Boss, it was funner to be target practice. Said no one. Those spawn went right around you, didn't they? They really don't like our front line. Alright, lads, you turn and get them. We'll send in the Zangors there. In a serious case of one at a time itis has you all very in trouble. Bring the heroes and Grom over to deal with the approaching Lord.
The greatest god.
Sneaky. We'll have these fools go charge the fake Changeling and then drop the Warp Sword of Cain. You go clobber this Shadows Mage for me. So many enemies coming through the woods here. Dr. Trish, you need to run. Please and thank you. Here, Changeling. Oh, knocking over stuff on my desk. Apologies to your ears. Let's have Grom drag through this line and then see about dropping down the Sword of Cain there. Since we are absolutely not using any of these Warp Storm Doom Rockets, no matter how much we might want to. Come to the north. We'll get a proper charge through. Oh, he turned the wrong way, Grom. Make yourself stronger. He blends right through that line. Drop the Warp Sword and keep going. In Grom's gut. Sure, the Cockatrice did escape. Sweet business. You come on over and help with this group. Our front line's taking a little bit of damage here, but luckily Akol does heal.
Windblade Carrier!
Windblade Carrier. Rotate our army. Looks like actually army losses just kicked in. They are not feeling it. We need to hunt down as many of these guys as we can. A change bringers, everyone. Go find a target and hunt them down. Beautiful stuff. All that's left fighting is the Hell Cannon crew and the spawn of corn, so we'll hunt them down and I will catch you all in a moment. That went just about as well as I expected. Alright, you'd think we'd start turning into one of the cultists of corn with how much bloodlust we've got here, but listen. If I might make a argument for this is a changeling thing to do, if we're going to be breaking the forces of the Druki, we've got to also be balancing the scales and dealing with the Decadent Host, otherwise it's not fair. We'll go ahead and take the... Ooh, we've got a lot of gold now. Let's go take the replenishment.
Your blood is our strength.
They're all going to run away in single file. If we so wish, we can just hunt them down. I don't think there's any more schemes for doing anything to the other Chaos. The Chaos Champions, or the Chaos factions, but that is the form of Sigvald the Magnificent, giving us pretty much the strongest duelist in the game outside of the likes of Skarbrand and Akari. Pride always comes before a fall. Always. So extra chance of stealing magical items and more resistance for the Changeling. Chaos Chariot, that is unacceptable. Wherever you are, you're going to be removed from that chariot immediately. I mean, so if we want to keep farming gold for these guys, I see no reason not to. Let's give the Changeling his last point into Mentor here. Kind of a strange setup for our skills, I won't lie. I don't even have him up to Arcane Conduit. Mostly because he doesn't really use skills himself very often. I do still have the construction going on outside, but it's just down the road, so hopefully we won't have too many weird noise interruptions in the background. They've gone on down the way a little bit with their rebuilding of our oil aqueduct. Kevin, you're pretty well maxed out. Let's just go forward damage building and wait for the last point into Mentor. We're gonna have one of these little, hey, you have a skill point to spend a chevron for the rest of the game. That'll make me so happy.
Always
Unlimited Spirit. Yes, please. 20% extra speed for the whole army. Before I do anything else, what has that done to us? 126 speed on the Knights of Immolation. These guys are so fast for heavy knights. 46 speed on the Pink Horrors is also incredible. 60 on the Exalted Flamer. It's basically a War Beast. That is awesome. I think this is very similar to what you get. It's going to show me. Just with your base kind of chariots for corn. Yeah, indeed, 68. So it's closing in on how fast your Skull Cannon moves. That is hilarious.
I am everyone.
Picture of health for more health for himself. Breathe in Thorns, giving them passive reflection. Passive reflection and a shattered shoulder. We'll grab the replenished troops. A Blade Soul Thorn Shroud Brethren, which will only really buff the one unit of Doom Knights, but if it makes them stronger, I'll take it. Then brother to brother. Once a Knight of the Empire, Akol desires nothing more than to return to those who betrayed him, and show them the truth of the world. Through many stabs to the noggin. We'll just grab the rest of his unique skills here. On, my friend. I think it's blessed by evil on towards renowned and feared.
Lord of Tzeentch.
Lord of Tzeentch, you may indeed be. We shall have you. Ooh, continue on your blue line, probably. We just want our lads to be kind of as cheap as possible. That way we continue to throw them at the enemy. Although we've got Savage Bloodlust, which is buffing up those demonic melee units, which is all of the Pink Horrors and things. Was this an army I was going to try to make use of the Screamers with? Kinda looks like it. I get Warp Fire as well, though, to give more speed and missile strength. Up to 12%. I was like, if it starts off at 12%, that's a pretty insane skill tree there. we'll just start buffing up his troopers. Caligas, we got another point into hard to hit. I don't think he is currently in any armies. Traveling on his way. Soon.
Dance, puppets! Dance to our tune!
Dance, puppets. Alright, so we've got only the one final scheme in Norska, and that is to raise Tzeentch corruption to 75. Which will give us extra winds of magic for all of our armies. Not a bad one. Well, we can do that with one of our kind of weaker armies. You just send them on over and just set them up with the changing of the ways that builds up corruption. That'd be no problem. As far as any of our other schemes that we're close to, we need to try to get the form of Scarbrand, which I think we need to do with combat, no matter how hard it's going to be. Forming an alliance with Tzeentch, we're working on that one. Then beat the brakes off of the Tomb Kings. As far as Athaloran goes, fight Bretonnia, destroy pretty much all of Athaloran, and then take down Orion. What we really need to do is, I think, either one or two more. Oh, just one more. Sweet. So, 2 out of 3 if we read. No, it's Lustria, has a whole bunch to do. Reality Wound and Itza. Fighting the Lizardmen. Infiltrating Lustria. Sacking all of the High Elf colonies. Interesting. Citadel of Dusk, Great Turtle Isle, and the Star Tower. I bet they have to be still controlled by the High Elves too, or at least the High Elves are the Druki. And then taking down Mazdamundi. Shenanigans just because. As far as Nagaroth, we're just missing the ancient city of Quintex in the Witchwood, which we can kind of move down and deal with as we go. We are well on our way. Asavar. Since we're not fighting Wolfric, it'd be very easy just to come on in and spread that corruption. We can take a quick break from all of our fighting and get moving. So we'll just throw you into teleport stance. Actually, before we do, let's make sure you have your hero. So you stay for a turn, raid here, the Bay of Blades. Make me some gold. I have arisen. Okay, here's the Bay of Blades. We'll go for the Agent's Hollow and just probably leave most of these cults to fester. It costs about 2k to upgrade each one, and they're only making us back around 200, so it'll take roughly 10 turns to pay for itself. Which, being fair, that's will likely happen before it's even done being built. Oh, just kidding, it takes 5 turns. Sometimes those buildings take a long time. Alright, Karn. You are the brother of crows, and apparently the first wielder of our Doom Knights. We've already got the Centaurs, the Doom Knights, and the Marauder Horsemen can work as a... Oh, we could do a Horns of the Bull here with this group. That could be fun. So what of our Horns of the Bull need? Probably more missiles. So we'll snag... Exalted Flamers can take 4 turns. That's alright. We'll snag 2 Exalted Flamers for the edges of this formation, because Exalted Flamers are the greatest. They're also extremely expensive. We can get another Cultist, and then a bunch more Exalted Heroes, which is beautiful.
Stupid experiment! Waste of time.
Vigo got a chunk of rock in his skull. Slaughterer's Strength. 12 extra bonus V infantry, yes please. You'll join up with Karn. You don't get a shout about it. It'll be alright. We can actually even add 2 of those guys to the same group. They are insanely powerful. Let's grab Vigo the Brick. In fact, you're being named the Brick. Or the chunk of rock sticking out of your skull. How excellent. Obedience. We'll give you a Sword of Battle, and then the other one... just named Herald. Simply Herald. Herald will give you a Tzeentch Familiar. Probably our most terrifying hero to date.
We conspire.
We conspire. In triplicate.
I'm not fool.
Well, you seem to be. We've been sitting here for quite some time, and you have done absolutely nothing about it. This is when we get jumped by all the rats at once, just as the army's getting built up. Alright, Amadeus.
Marvelous.
Are we still at war with the Skaven?
Halt! Stay in light. I come to you, my terms only.
Stay in light. Fair enough, after meeting with the Changeling enough times, I would be terrified of him. Ooh. 69, so you're saying there's a chance. But not with you, Tzeentch, gross.
Now, yes!
Oh, the Horned Rat Chittas. I'm gonna leave. We will definitely take the non-aggression just for a little bit of gold, and I can break it anytime I want, because we have been in the low, very low even, for quite some time. Love to cover more ground, but that's pretty dangerous. Let's go in. I have to assume that they can't see me too. Or I'm going to assume. Go in normal stance first, so we're not getting caught up in anything we can't get away from. There is Sadrina.
This is absurd.
This is absurd.
Power magic.
So we'll move to about here. Oh, we got tricked.
Even the law
Well
master
done.
could not.
So now, well, I guess they can't quite reach us. Unless there's another army right behind. Hey, but that's the army's coming to me. If I really need to, I will absolutely throw a rocket at them. Oh, I keep forgetting to force that rebellion, don't I? Well, let's go ahead and have you spread corruption. No, No, we'll save on the spread corruption. Lord not moved? Whom?
Ended.
Karn the Ascended. Alright, Karn, time to burn down Montanus.
Forbidden.
Or Montanus? Montanus. I've always given that one a little bit more syllables than it needs. Well, the Franza division versus a bunch of beasts, that's unfortunately not a good time for the beasts.
Conquer for chaos.
Conquer for chaos, and also Sigmar. We will raise this to the ground so we can actually get back to building things. Alright, the land is fixed. Foolish beastmen.
The demonic host.
Leadership aura size. Missile resist is always good for your flying guys to have. And then we'll grab good old fetid galleypot. Replenishment.
Tzeentch's will.
Tzeentch's sorcerer. We'll do Treason of Tzeentch, and then I heard the rare laugh from the lady wizard there in the background. Maybe not. Mentor for Crom, and then Transmutation of Lead, or our Sorcerer of Metal. Make the lads extra heavy. Alright, I mean, that was a pretty sizable battle there, even for that army, but handled by the likes of our Rattling Guns and tanks. We'll do the Torturer Shack here. They're just not worried about doing anything else over here. I think we've actually completely finished off in this theater, so we don't even have to worry about the Dawi anymore. We'll just take to the sea and have him sail to Lustria. Karn's Lustria adventure with his tank divisions. Would be a fool to not come back over and upgrade a couple of our Empire settlements, because both the Dawi and the Undead make a good deal of gold. I mean, 400 for that one. That'll be paying for itself in no time. Alright, which lord also has been moved? Assavar the Banehacer. He has to.
Eternal
Pull him
blasphemy.
So they might not be able to teleport after, he's going to March, but we might not be able to teleport after joining him up in the army. We'll soon see. Alright, that's all for this turn. Oh, really? They were able to come get us. Well, that's not good. Yeah, we're in March. Sneaky Imric and all of his armies of the elves are hiding over here on the side. We got his Star Lance, and he's got his Armor of Calidor, so he's going to be chasing around. 105 speed, 100. I don't know if we're going to be able to get away from him. It is going to be Amadeus running from Imrek pretty much the entire battle. Should be good fun, huh? Alright, let's see if we can handle it. I don't see anything too scary. I mean, 2 sets of Sisters of Avalorn. And pretty elite. Went with an auto-resolve. That's weakness incarnate. What say you, Amadeus? Think we can win? Alright. Limerick is such an issue that we do have to dedicate quite a bit of our force to dealing with him. We are going to set up where their accuracy or their extra range shouldn't count for much. Plus, we don't really have any archers at all. So we're going to deploy back here. We have 2 of them up front. They can't hide. That means Imrik's going to fly right over and blast them with laser breath. Oh, they can hide like this. Interesting. These guys can't for some reason. I guess they're too extra. They're too loud. There we go. We'll put them over here. We've got our 1 unit of halberds. The plan is to be to come together once the enemy starts coming across the way there. We'll have sword knights and lance knights together. Pretty well against the enemy silver helms and things. They just won't like fighting dragon princes, of course. We've got our skirmish cap for that though, so Changebreakers, we do need to stay far enough apart that they don't get run up on by Imrik. We might just be able to use them to delete Imrik, but we need to make sure he doesn't catch them. Ace over here, the 2 flying chickens will be doing the same. Front for you, and then our Kadai, which being magma beasts probably can't really hide from anything. Keep them right here. Thank you, stay up to harass whatever they've got up front there, and then you, Forsaken. Go hide in the woods, I guess. You're able to. Our single entities, our front line. Cavalry. Got the guard mode, and then team 4 out guard mode. There we go. Let it begin. Alright, Imrik. Eagle, not actually that big a deal. Imrik himself, though, always a problem. Just fire on those dragon princes, that would be glorious. Fall back a bit. Here comes some Tyrannoc chariots. We can waste a little bit of their ammo there. Fireball coming our way, and we can just kind of absorb that with our barrier. Or dodge it. Let's see. Ooh, barely. Oh no, it did clip him. Sending some guys around. So let's have these skirmishers go bother them. You guys go that way. Cause a ruckus. Absolutely final transmutation there. We'll have to be sure we're ready to run, though. Quickly, quickly. There we are, some free damage, although he will regenerate that. The Illyrian Reavers will likely do more damage than... Yeah, they have to get way too close. Let that barrier absorb as much of that as we can. Thank you, keep blasting on in. See if we can't dodge this one. Or just catch it right on our flank, that works too. Barrier is great for wasting ammunition on things like Eagle Claw. Alright, here comes reinforcements. And we win against the elf side. Or should we have just gone for the auto-resolve win? I think the answer is you should have usually just gone for the auto-resolve win. Okay, come up here, though, and blast these Sisters of Avalorn a bit. Ooh, here comes Imric. All of our sleepy boys start falling back. Yeah, they're tired. It's actually quite terrifying. Move together. Another fireball, just hide in the woods this time. Almost got all the way through those trees. Impressive. Turn and fire on Yasmin. She seems to be easier target than the others. I think we weren't tired. We can get up here and do some pretty nasty damage. Ooh, you missed. You turn and blast into these Sisters of Avalorn. They gotta go fire through the trees. Let's see if we can get a good shot. Oh, plus a Warp Storm Doom Rocket. Alright, it's time. You're not gonna let me watch, are you? Hello, Sisters of Avalorn. Goodbye, Sisters of Avalorn. Oh, that's them. Completely deleted. Still have some Silver and God over there. I wouldn't mind you just taking some pot shots at Yasmin, see if you can't lure her into the battle. You got any useful passives that I'd forgotten about? Looks like absolutely not. We'll just go for our good, cheap, and cheerful metal spells. Throw your fire over here. Nick did an amazing job of dodging that one. Much better the job than I do. Golden Pups are coming on down now. Got hit directly there with that one. We'll go for their final transmute here. Hit both. Imric does have heals, but force those heals to happen sooner rather than later. Another good hit from our tank. Going to the cannon. It is a tank cannon. And no advance from our enemy. Since the AI doesn't really understand how to switch ammunition types yet, thankful for all of us. We don't have to worry about them switching over into the spread shot mode and doing some serious damage to us. How do you miss? He's right here. They would absolutely dodge it. Ooh, perfect hit there. Yeah, we'll just assassinate this Lord real quick if we're able. I'll speed the game up a bit. Let's bring Chosen on back. That way they're in line with Aeson. Or I guess our Aeson clone. I like that he's missed way more often than he's hit here. Keep recharging our magic. We have up to 83 left in the old pocket. So I'm gonna keep dropping down these final transmutes. Just since Imric's being kind of passive here.
The winds turn against us.
Tzeentch is the winds. Here, that might have activated something, but no, he's still keen to wait. Very lucky I don't have any blue fire. Ooh, nice shot. Yeah, use any of your ammo. He's up leaving immediately. Alright, we're almost out of shots on our cannon. Fire into these Dragon Princes before you run out completely. And they're really just holding the hill. Intent on maintaining their range advantage, which actually I don't mind. Our guy's gonna be very tired the entire battle, so let's start moving him on in. Have them walk. Have the secondary phalanx in behind them. We can use our steam tank as a shield after it runs out of ammo. Knights and everyone else can come on in behind. Speaking of, look what you have just done. Run out of all of your ammo. Alright, well, let's actually not go for the Arcane Surge. We'll let the power recharge naturally. Imric wants to keep being passive. I'm going to move up and keep taking out his units as much as we can. We'll set our tank up front to catch all of the Reaper Bolt Thrower ammo. Halberds, you move up to force them. Was that a Great Eagle? Let's see if it is greater than 2 big blue chickens. A lot of guys moving us through the same area, so what we're going to do is grab the Guinness Golden and unleash it here. There's no escape. There's a Storm of Fire, which we will kind of keep in our back pocket. If you fall back, there's a lot of arrows coming your way. He can get stun locked as well by them all hitting him. As the Great Eagle's the only thing in the air, you guys go get him. Should be easy. Yoink. Changebringers. They're being targeted next, which is a good strategy. We need to let them move up before we go for Storm of Fire. Alright, chickens, I'm gonna let you get like 1 or 2 more attacks, because here comes Imric. He is not happy. Time to run. Or to sweep around, and if Imric gets too close, we can just drop the Petrifying Gaze on him. Now run. I'd still get close enough to nearly catch you, but should be able to pull away. Bolt firing on our Mutilith Vortex Beast now. Burn and Crump. Drop that armor even further there. Boost up our magic that we have cast. You have to advance way too forward for that one. Nearly there. Ooh, nice throw. His first good chuck the entire battle. Papa Tzeentch will be proud. Go too far there, guys. That's gonna be where we advance across. Alright, that eagle's gone, and come on back before we get too overextended. When they get low enough on health, we don't have to worry about them anymore. Alright. Let's go. More metal spells in those Eagle Claw Bolt Throwers since they can't really escape. Skirmish Cavs start moving up this way. And now we advance on the bridge with everyone who can be shot by any kind of archers. We could hit them, but it wouldn't be enough. Alright, here they come. Time is now. Changebringers will bring you both forward. At least I thought the time was now. Is gonna do something, or are you just gonna let me keep taking out your units? to the other two eagles nearby. Fall back. The tank is a perfect frontal. Move in and get these chariots in the woods. They're likely just gonna run away. Time to drop down that storm of fire. There they come. We'll bring all of our cav in to help out with the skirmish cavalry that just got sacrificed. Move them on in. Oh, lovely. Piercing bolts of burning did a good chunk of damage to our guys there. Where is your mage? Lose any of the chosen? Yeah, we lost about half of the unit. Try to dodge that if you can, because that breath is going to hurt. All through. Changebringers move up and torch. As soon as those silver helms actually got in contact with the chosen. Didn't like that one bit. Changebringers move in. Our knights are a huge blob of death. Changebringers stop here before we lose too many of them. You gotta keep on running, my friend. Dude, get his golden hounds here in the woods. Cockatrices got jumped by eagles while I wasn't able to properly micro them. Back up the air there. You just keep on running away. Got an eagle back over with our Changebringers. Very clever. Cockatrice, we need you up here now. We've got a dump truck coming on by, so what I'm going to do is mute for a moment, and we're going to continue the battle. Alright, well, we had to sacrifice our chickens, but I'd say, all things considered, that is a worthwhile sacrifice. Thank you, my blue avian friends. We got ourselves a Ruby Ring of Ruin, and now... So, is that some part of just one of Imeric's passives? I was noticing when we had a weakness to fire damage of plus 20% for all of our units. That was why those piercing bolts of burning did so much damage. Let's go ahead and just take the replenishment and gain our new rewards.
Your fate.
A little gold, apparently, is what Zylashta thinks. Gold for the Changeling. Join her war with Nagaryth. I don't see why not, so sure. Are you willing to offer a little more gold, though? A little more gold goes quite a bit further. Ooh, see, that's not bad. What about 85? The gold to pop a Changeling? What about a 90? Alright, what about being cheap for my services? 88 gold. We accept. We may be brigands, but we do not stab our business partners. Not at the back, at least. We have been discovered by Entyro, probably to his horror. As he is in march, looks like he was trying to run away. We will take the extra magical attacks on... Anyone in Tzeentch's army not have magical attacks? Oh, you don't, tank. Well, guess what? You're now a magical tank. How exciting.
Let us bring them change.
Let's bring them change. The replenishment is pitiful, so we'll take the extra gold.
Death's for recognition. Trust in me.
Wolfric says join his war with the Barrow Legion for 4,500. I mean, sure, I don't remember piecing out with the Barrow Legion, so... Plus, who cares? No one likes us anyway.
You choose to conspire with the deceivers.
Probably just wants to stop getting punched in the face. Here comes a blueberry-colored Wolfric. A peace treaty for 3k. Sounds good to me. Yes, we'll absolutely take peace. Hello, Ugram. Where they're ambushing his way through the mountains. He's fighting Astrogoth. We're just not going to worry about that at all. You guys enjoy your struggles. Actually, it looks like the Dawizar have already dealt with the rebellion. That was fast. Actually, I wouldn't be surprised if it was Grimgor that came in and used the rebellion to build up his own Wa. Like a big old dub. Alright, Morgur the Shadow Cave. Arcane Surge to look upon the standard of Tzeentch, crawling with eldritch, multi-hued symbols and tempestuous energies is to look upon madness, writ in living cloth. Got a Colt in Tor's thigh. We'll just go ahead and pop in our money-making building right away. Start stealing what we can. Really? I feel gypped. What happened here? Eliminate a lord belonging to the following faction in battle. Knights of Caledor. We already did. His name was Imric. Guess we have to teach them another lesson. Well, luckily, we've got a couple lords here. Amadeus.
Marvelous. Magical.
Well, you were no longer earthy with chickens. We shall give you magic reserves and final transmute. Don't think he had any heroes at all.
Fabulous.
We'll just then auto-resolve the fights with Imric and Yasmin. Maybe.
Jab. Scissor.
Yeah, we will. And now you'll give me the win because I initiated the battle myself. Let's see, won't we? That's Yasmin slain. And there's our Ashen Fields. So the corrupted flame, the power of dragons captured in battle and twisted for your devious schemes. And demons of Tzeentch can put it to much better use. Oh, they sure can. And that's not going to be for Amadeus. That is going to be for... The Changeling is winning his battles far too aggressively. Let's find an army that is using fire damage, but not quite like normal fire. Ooh, this is the one then. His name is so Egarl is too hard to say every time. Makes me think I need to gargle. So your name is just going to be straight up Earl. Nothing more. Earl, bringer of fire. Alright, Earl. Oh, you can't even use the corrupted flame. Whoops. We'll give this to the blue scribes then. Enjoy. And if I can give them any of these talismans of protections, that's on one of my lads is already quite good at being defensive, so we'll give this over to the blue scribes to hopefully keep them alive. Now all of our enemies will have a plus 20% weakness to fire damage, which will be, I think, glorious to exploit with all of our pink horrors. I think 75 ammo. Sure, why not? They will never stop firing. Oh, hello, Dinar. Revenge.
Lowest fury.
Well, I don't think you're actually going to be very scary. As much as you talk about revenge. We'll send the Kadai Destroyer over there to smush Alith.
It will be done.
Come here, buddy. Oh no, you're on your chariot. Yeah, we have to change that immediately. We'll likely just hand this one over to the auto-resolve. Let's get you off your chariot.
Yes.
Aha. Back on your disc. Might mastery.
The outcome is fated.
Yeah, I mean, we took a lot of damage, I don't mind. Oh man, I guess we have to raise the Venom Blade.
Are making a mistake.
You are making a mistake. We get to keep our cult, thankfully, though. Shadows fall. The reign of Anar is at an end. The Shadow King has stepped into the light for the final time. And we got a really weak defeat rate. So I will never go for him again. Unless maybe we're playing Marathi, because she is all about using all of her heroes. If your Lord of Choice is... Here's that much about heroes. Absolutely, go for it. Let's do... Treason of Tzeentch here to drop leadership.
The Changeling.
Punish troops for Acold, and then... We get Life Storm, rank 20. He gets a... That's a Cataclysm spell. He gets a Bound Cataclysm heal spell. I couldn't figure out what that was before. I was like, oh, it's just a nice little heal. No, that is the straight up Cataclysm Storm of Renewal. Great. Let's do Blade Master here for you. As of the rest of these skills here, and that is going to be all the time I've got for today. Before I do go, though, let's plan out our next episode. Funnel Magic. Ooh, what's the next lore we want to drop into for the blue screen? It's Gyron, isn't it, so we don't lose him? I was going to say, what do we want? No, it's always going to be Gyron. And then we'll also go for Gyran, either one. Probably Azir for rock chucking. You often get given the Comet of Cassandora. Amadeus, you are the Lord that could be a Locus of Change for more damage. Conjuration for more magic, and then it's just going to be Summoning Blue Horrors. Yes, please. Alagath will give you another point of part hit, and then let's have you join up with that army. And I think then we'll have him. So basically the plan for this next episode is we're going to try to finish off kind of the last scheme there in Norska and Kislev as a side quest. Spiky monster parts are strong, not the most necessary. We can honestly have Karn kind of sweep on through there as he's leaving, going after Lustria. That could be something we can do. Wait. So let's just at least get Karn moving. You join on up. We'll go farther teleporting or by foot. Looks like by foot it is. Interesting. So they're destroying the Longship Graveyard. They're coming on through and trying to clear out Chaos. We'll go through the north. That way we don't get attacked anywhere that we're not capable of defending. Ooh, new Trickster cults. Since we don't have any cults right now down in Lustria, let's go ahead and start up a Lustrian Cabal. Nothing would please Tzeentch more than to see the great plan unraveled by his meddling agents of change. I would agree.
Lord of Tzeentch.
Alright, our Crow Brother here is going to have his army filled in by heroes. And the plan will be to send him through the rift. Probably just down, and we've already got one down in Lustria. Changeal Slate Glade, so I guess we don't need everyone to come rush over here, do we? Alright, Slate Gaze, time to find a first target. I think Yahoo Tech is usually pretty weakly defended, so we're going to teleport between the two. Oh, hello there. Kipsity and his Cold One Riders. That'll be the ultimate test for our Screamers. Alright, quick jump cut. The dump truck came on in to drop off a little bit more gravel, so that was that. But thank you all so much for stopping by today's Changeling episode. If you all enjoyed the video, I believe a like for the like god and a sub for the sub throne, and I'll see you all in the next one.
Unchanging.